going on? It's James Freel, and you know that song, you know that sound, that means it's the weekend, and as always, it is time for the James Freel Show. I am your host, James Freel, and as always, I'm very happy to have you with me. I may have to abruptly stop this right in the middle of it. This is take two, actually. Last night I tried doing the show, and it didn't really work out that well, but it's still Sunday, which is the latest I've always wound up putting one of these out, so the idea is to get it done that way, and yeah, hopefully it'll all work out. I'm using a new app on my phone. I've never done one of these shows via one of my smartphones, but yeah, hopefully it all works out pretty well. How's your week going? Did it go all right? Did it go well? My week went all right. My week was kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't have any of the music in the background going right now, but still gonna do the weekly show as normal. Right now, I'm currently walking around the old dressing room in my old high school because I've got a performance coming up. I play for a community choir. Turning on this television, I recorded quite a bit of, or not quite a bit, but I remember recording a certain show that I was a part of. Do they still have the live stream? I don't. Oh, they've got one. Line. Oh, jeez. Yeah, but I went to this one, and they've got what appears to be a live stream of the gym here. I don't know if you can hear that music in the background. Unfortunately, no one listens to this, so I don't have to worry about any type of copyright infringement. But anyway, before I talk anymore, I should probably hop into news for the uninformed. And the big story this week: Alabama passed one of the most restrictive abortion laws in the country, essentially banning all abortions except when the mother's life is at risk. And yeah, anyway, in sports, down to the final four teams in the NBA, based on how things are looking, it's a pretty solid bet that it's going to be Golden State Warriors versus the Milwaukee Bucks. But I've been wrong before. In fact, baseball really isn't my sport, so I could not say. Yeah, that's that. I'm hoping no one else comes down here so I can finish all of this in one sitting. And in pop culture, I feel like there was a big deal with pop culture this week. What was it? Going over to the good old Google on my smartphone. I was looking up stinging nettles earlier. And pop culture news. Pop culture news. Man, this show sucks. Okay. Game of Thrones. Everyone's apparently mad about the episode. Like I said, I've not seen a single episode, and I'm sure I'd like it, but if there's this much outrage, I probably wouldn't like what they did with it either. Yeah, hold on, let me test something really quick. Can I pause it? Yes, I can. Looks like someone's coming down here, so. But anyway, I was on the outrage bandwagon when The Last Jedi was a thing. And, so I don't know what relevance that has here. You know, I really should probably go practice as opposed to doing this. You can hear all these other musicians, and they're way better than me, and it always makes me a little uncomfortable. But at the same time, I can't really practice unless my brother is here, because he's supposed to bring in all the amps. Yeah, sounds like there's a little jam going on. So yeah, pop culture, there's that. So let's go ahead and ramble. This is going to be a really lousy show this week. How many weeks in a row have I said that? Remember back a while ago, I was keeping track of how good the shows were doing, and I had it like a series, like, oh, this was a win, oh, that wasn't a win, oh, this was. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to hit the pause button for a moment. Yep, it still picks up from where it left off. Jesus. That's all I gotta say about this week in social media. It's one of those weeks where I really feel like I'd be better off just not getting on it. I get it when people talk about how bad social media can be for you. I mean, oh my God, America, can we just go? This rant sounded better before, but I really just had one of those weeks where I was like, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm gonna go and see if some equipment is here, and if not, then I'll pop back down here to try to finish this thing. Because I'm only, 6 minutes in. Still got a lot to do. It's currently 2:46 p.m. The show starts at 4. I really need to look at stuff because I'm not well prepared for it. But I'll be back in a second. Yep, it still picks up from where it left off. Jesus. That's all I gotta say about this week in social media. It's one of those weeks where I really feel like I'd be better off just not getting on it. I get it when people talk about how bad social media can be for you. I mean, oh my God, America, can we just go? This rant sounded better before, but I really just had one of those weeks where I was like, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm gonna go and see if some equipment is here, and if not, then I'll pop back down here to try to finish this thing. Because I'm only, 6 minutes in. Still got a lot to do. It's currently 2:46 p.m. The show starts at 4. I really need to look at stuff because I'm not well prepared for it. But I'll be back in a second. Alright, I'm back, and I probably sound different now. It's about 3 or 4 hours after I had gotten back. I just did the performance, and wow, I gotta say, I feel like a total jerk. Because the choir I was with, okay, they hired this really good country, like bluegrass type band to play on certain songs, and it got me booted from it because it was just too many instruments going on. There was no need for me. And so, these guys are way better than I am, okay? It made me a little nervous to be around them because they were just really, really good. And I'm an insecure musician. That's just how it is, and I always think, oh, well, these guys are so good, they must think they're better than me. I don't want to talk to them, like me being the jerk I am. And then, of course, later, before the show starts, after I was talking and I was worried they were going to come downstairs, they introduced themselves to me. They're like the nicest guys I've ever met. Just ignorant James here, always assuming the worst in people. Like man, these guys are definitely the worst. And everything. So last week I was in Columbus on Monday, and then on Tuesday I was, what then? Tuesday I went to Indianapolis, and then I've been in Dayton all week, and I heard a funny saying that Dayton's a great city if you've never been anywhere else. So that was kind of funny. Got my digital antenna set up here, and I gotta say, if you can still hear me, it's working pretty well. I got all those local stations. All I really care about getting is, the 4 major networks, ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox, because when sports season comes around, I just want to be able to get all of the networks and all the stations that have the games you should get with that. You don't really get any. Excuse me, I'm about to sneeze, and I'm too lazy to hit the pause button. No, I talked about it, and it. No, maybe. Hold on. Okay, I wasn't too lazy to hit the pause button, and I didn't want to subject all two of you out there from having to deal with my obnoxious noises. What was I talking about? Gee, dang it. I already said the thing about Dayton's a great city if you've never been anywhere else. I was talking about just the different networks, but there's a lot of different things I didn't even realize I get. Like, there's this grit network, and it's nothing but westerns. And I like westerns. I was playing Red Dead Redemption. So the choir thing that I play for my 10th grade English teacher is the drummer for it, and we have some similarities in musical taste. We both love Steely Dan. We both love the 80s. You know, I told him recently I've been getting into Tears for Fears. And then, so he recommends this music to me, and I add it. And let me just say what it is. It's Eye to the Telescope by K.T. Tunstall. Okay? And I'm listening to the first 3 songs. I'm like, wow, this is actually some pretty good stuff. I wasn't sure how I would feel about it. And then I get to the 4th song on the album, and it's that overplayed song that I heard a million bajillion times in 2006. The woohoo do 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 woohoo do 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 do. Yeah, it might be kind of cringy to listen to me do that, but if you listen to the older episodes of this show that I did, I actually sang and played guitar. So at this point, it's like, what difference does it really make? I almost restarted this for sure, but this weekend has flown by for me. I haven't had a lot to do, so I'm like, you know what? If I can get 8 minutes in and save that and get on with the rest of my Sunday evening, I'm inclined to do it. So that's that. I'm interested to know what my power bill is going to be this year, because it's the first time I'm on my own actually paying bills myself and everything. And our AC is really loud, so it's not good to have on, but the apartment's so small it doesn't take too long for it to cool down the whole room. And I know most people wouldn't even turn on their air conditioning in May. But this thing definitely doesn't sound like it's the most efficient thing in the world. I don't know how old or new it is, but if I were to guess, I would say, I don't know. I'm gonna watch a movie tonight. Not sure which. Today's the last day where I was pretty good for 2 weeks, then I was awful all week because I had to get my knees to recover. I don't think I mentioned that last week. I didn't do anything this week because my knees were so messed up from someone's outside, from running and all the pounding on my feet. And after the first week of just running, I thought, well, you know, it's just soreness. You can just power through it. And then by last Saturday, I'm wobbling around. Like Monday through Tuesday, I was really limping. Wednesday was pretty bad. Thursday and Friday, it progressively got better. So, you know, it's not that bad. But I definitely have to go back to low impact stuff. We're looking into a gym membership because you know, it is what it is. Crap, you guys hear that? Who cares? No one's listening to this anyway. Especially any sort of copyright people. Wouldn't that be funny if this turned into one of those episodes where it's not available and it just goes from 72 to 74? And just the fact that it's missing would make me think, oh, that's a really good episode. And it's totally not. It's kind of like on Apple Music. You'll get those albums, and it'll have all the songs listed, but a few of them will be grayed out. And I guess Apple just didn't secure the rights to get it or something. And yeah, it's pretty funny if you ask me. Well, it's not funny, it's annoying. But jeez, that's really gonna annoy me. That's okay. What else? was listening to this other album lately, because it had a song that was missing. Hold on. Wow, this show really sucks, and I didn't even bother to restart it. Sweet Soulful. That's a good album. Sweet and Soulful. It's just this greatest hits album. Girl Watcher by the Occasions. Cool Jerk by the Capitals. Love Makes the World Go Round. Baby I'm Yours. Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. I always thought it was of a bay, not sitting on the dock of the bay. It's kind of interesting. Actually, it's not interesting at all, but I'm just trying to fill up time so I can feel good about myself for putting up to 30 minutes a week. And this one's really cutting close. I don't think this is the closest I ever did. The closest one I ever did was that first week I was up in Cleveland, and I had to finish that whole learning thing. And then also I had to get this in. I was banking on hotel Wi-Fi. You never know how good that's going to be. I made a parody YouTube account last week called Not Horror Stories. And if I were to say so myself, I think it was kind of hilarious. I don't know, look it up. I'm not going to say anything more about that, but that'll do. Hoping next Friday. It sounds like I'm going to have some friends over finally. This place is kind of small. It's definitely cramped. But I think 2 other people over. I mean, it definitely bumping a little elbows, but it'll be worth it. It'll be worth having people over. For the first time we told these people they can be the first ones we have over. So, we'll see how it goes. This weekend went by super fast for me because it was a very busy weekend. So just like when you're at work and you're busy all day, the days fly by. So yesterday I had to go to this, my brother, he's a teacher, and he had like this little festival at his school. It was like one of those things where people set up those little booths, and everyone has their side hustles on display, and they try to sell stuff, and unfortunately, I never really like any of the stuff. It all looks like junk to me, and I hate to say that because I know those people put a lot of hard work into it, but it's nothing that I personally would not buy any of it, and I didn't. I guess because I'm just a real jerk, but he was singing at that, so I was at that for a while. I got to see his classroom where he teaches, where all the magic happens. And then after that, my sister, my brother, and I, all 3 of us are engaged right now. And so we took my grandfather took us all out, all 6 of us out to dinner, which was extremely nice of him to do. I had that weird moment where it's like I should offer to pay, but I don't want to insult him. And it was his idea, and I don't know. I probably could have handled it better, but who knows. Can I combine these things while I am in the middle of recording? I'm going to figure out. But we had a great meal. I had a very difficult time selecting what I wanted there. No, I can't do it while I'm recording. We just went to a Cracker Barrel off of Interstate, and I got meatloaf, and it was pretty good. I did not grow up with meatloaf. That was just not a meal that was had in our home. That was a meal Ronald Reagan really liked, was meatloaf. Yeah, we're getting a tap room in this area. Geez, what else can I fill up these sound waves with? That's funny. That's funny stuff. So, yes, I've just really been enjoying local television this weekend. So that was that. And this morning, I almost went. There's a theme park that I live near called Stricker's Grove. And today they were open to the public, kind of. They were open to residents of the township in which it is. I don't know how strict they would have been on checking your residency, but I kind of wanted to go to that, but I didn't. It's really in a weird area. Um, it's just this oddly placed roller coaster. Just is it Hamilton County? Yeah, it's right on the border of uh, Butler and Hamilton County. How many amusement parks are in the area? Jeez. Show me all of them. What is this? What are these? Um, well, one thing that is interesting. So I'm getting sent back up to Cleveland in June, and it occurred to me. I'm like, well, how far away is Cedar Point from the area in which I'm staying? I look it up, and it's only about an hour away. And I'm thinking, man, how many times do I have a chance to go out to Cedar Point? So the history of Cedar Point is really fascinating, but yes, I am without a doubt. They even got this wild card pass, and you better believe that I am going multiple days because they got some great roller coasters there. I've heard Steel Vengeance is an amazing ride. Looking forward to riding that. I would love it if the dragster is open. It wasn't open last time I went. Last time I went, I rode Millennium Force and Magnum XL, which that was also really great. I sort of started the coaster arms race, if you will. There's just so many roller coasters there, and it definitely earns its title as roller coaster capital of the world. At least I think it does. I think it more than does. Yeah, I think I'm really looking forward to going, and it'll definitely make my weekend there interesting. So hopefully that plan doesn't change. I would like to keep that going. Met some new coworkers this week. What else? What else? What else? I don't know. I don't know. Am I going to keep talking? Yes, I am. I'm not going to do that thing where I just let it run for the last 30 minutes. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but Jesus Christ, this country needs to just get on some sort of level playing field where it's like, hey, we're going to disagree on this, but we're still going to not want to kill each other. Like, when I see some of these tweets about, like, I don't know. It's just, what the heck, man? You know, like, we can't keep going like this. It's something's got to give. And I don't know what the answer is. And I don't buy into that whole like, oh, if you're indifferent to it, that just means you support oppressors. And I'm just like, fuck you. And I'm sorry, I normally don't cuss on this show, but it's like, you know, you're just trying to bully me into taking your side. You know, I don't like either of you. I would not consider myself an ally of either of you, and they're both like, what's funny about saying that is when you say you're not an ally of either, no matter who you're talking to, they say, well, that means you're on the side of the other person. So great, it's like I'm on both sides when I say that. Well, I'm on neither, and it's not because I'm not capable of making up my mind, it's because I think both positions are bad. You know, I don't know, that's probably the most I've ever let my own personal opinions on this go, but yeah, I will not be bullied into taking your side. So if you don't do this, then this. Screw those people. Yeah. Next year, I definitely want to get a season pass to Kings Island because that place is awesome. I'm very happy to have it as my home park, and you know, it's kind of crazy that Cedar Point is so crazy, and yet it's a seasonal attraction, not like a year-round one. Yeah, it's probably gonna be a weird echo when the song starts up. We're at 25 minutes. Okay, we'll keep going. Where the heck are all the cute swimsuits at? I don't know. guess people are having trouble with that. Did I say anything about sports? Yeah, I think it's going to be the Bucks versus the Golden State Warriors, and unfortunately, I think Golden State's going to win again. They're just, that's crazy, man. I'm glad that the NBA is probably my third favorite league to watch, and not like my favorite. Because, I mean, yes, the Patriots won a lot, but I mean, there's still some variation. Golden State, they've been in it for 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be the 5th year in a row that they've been in it. I don't care for Steph Curry. I don't know why, I just don't like that guy. NBA champions list. Let's see. Yeah, it's Golden State. So yeah, this will be the 5th year in a row. Miami Heat. What's his name got that? LA beat Boston. That was cool how they had a rematch. So Boston beat LA 4 games to 2 in 2008. That's kind of cool. I kind of like the Celtics. They're kind of cool. Kind of. Okay. Did Michael Jordan play for the Wizards or something? I don't know. How long did Michael Jordan play? Boston Celtics. They won a lot. And then the NHL winners. NHL champions. Right, that's the Capitals. Yeah, that's right. And Pittsburgh Penguins, LA Kings, Blackhawks, LA Kings, Bruins, Blackhawks, Penguins. I hate anything Pittsburgh. Detroit, Anaheim, Carolina Hurricanes, Tampa Bay Lightning, New Jersey Devils, Detroit Red Wings, Colorado Avalanche, New Jersey Devils, Dallas Stars. I didn't know they had won one. Detroit Red Wings, is it still running? And am I really just reading this crap off? I think I am. Rangers, Jersey Devils. Jeez, Penguins have won it a lot. Man. Screw those guys. Hate those guys. Anyway. Well, I hope you took away a little bit from my week, James. What are they talking about? Once a week, I would buy Max. You can't just have it once a week. You gotta do that. And I don't know if it's just me, but those ellipticals that like are wiry and aren't bulky, I don't feel like I get as good of a workout out of them. When the stride length isn't that long, I'm just like, what the heck, man? This is not getting the job done. So that's that. Alright, this show officially sucks. It's real bad. Quora.com. It's not like Quora where you answer questions or something. I don't know. I'm going to solo this thing so that the music doesn't start up right where I'm talking. That way we don't get that whole weird echo effect. I wonder how big of a difference a change in sound quality there is. Who knows? Why are hospital shows so popular? I don't know, because healthcare is a real issue that a lot of people can relate to. I guess. Alright. Folks, that's going to be the show for this week. Sorry about how bad it sucked, and I will see you all next week. If you actually listened this far, I'm very sorry to see that.